Hello there. Welcome to Physics Classroom, and of course, I remain your tutor, Engineer Newton. And today, I'm going to be taking you through the topic I termed units, dimensions, and measurements. Units, dimensions, and measurements. Now, let's come to think of physics as a subject. How then do we define physics as a subject? Physics is fundamentally defined as the study of physical quantities. Physical quantities, physics, the fundamental studies of physical quantities and their relationship through mathematical expressions. So, when we think of physics, the next thing that comes to our mind is that physics entails the study of physical quantities, where we are going to be picking today's study from. Physical quantities. What then are physical quantities? Physical quantities are quantities that have measurable physical properties. Physical quantities are quantities that have measurable physical properties. Take, for instance, me, your tutor, Engineer Newton, standing in front of you. There are various measurable properties that you can measure from my body, such as my height, my weight, temperature. I can go on and on. So any substance or any quantity that have measurable property is said to be a physical quantity. Having known that, you should get used to it that physical quantities are divided into two. We have the fundamental physical quantities, then the derived physical quantities. Let's pick them one by one. You see, the first one, the fundamental physical quantities, they are basic quantities. That is, they can stand on their own. They are basic. They don't depend on any other quantities. Unlike derive, as the name implies, derive are derivatives of the fundamental quantities. That is, combination of two or more fundamental quantities will give rise to derived quantity. Let me give you something you will never forget about these two. You see, let's pick from the first letter. Fundamental. The first letter in fundamental is F. We can liken this to the father. Of course, father or fathers doesn't depend on their young ones. Instead, they are the one that will cater for their basic need. So they can stand on their own as father. The children, on the other hand, if we pick the first letter from derive, were derived from their fathers. Hope you understand. And they depend as well on their fathers. Hope you understand. So derived quantity depends on the fundamental quantities, whereas the fundamental quantities are the father quantities. Hope you understand. That is basic quantities. Hope you get that. Yes. Now, I'm going to be taking you through fundamental quantities first before we now move to derived quantities. Yeah, we have 7 fundamental quantities. 7 fundamental quantities. Now, I created a particular code to make you get everything easily, to make you memorize everything, all the 7 with ease. And what is that code? We call it LMTTAL. LMTTAL, where the L stands for length, M for mass, T time, E electric current. The other T stands for temperature, A amount of substance, L luminous intensity. Let's take them one by one. The first one is length. Length measured in meter. Then the symbol for that unit is small letter m. The next is mass. Mass is measured in kilogram. And the symbol for kilogram is kg. Followed by time, which is measured in seconds, and the symbol for seconds is small letter s. The next is electric current, which is measured in ampere, then it's symbolically represented by A. Next is temperature. Temperature measured in Kelvin, and the symbol for it is K. Amount of substance is actually the next. Amount of substance, which is measured in mole, and the symbol for mole is this. Last but not least, luminous intensity. This is actually an optical physical quantity. Yes, we'll deal with this when we get to the topic geometrical optics. Luminous intensity is measured in candela, which is connoted by the symbol CD, small letter CD. These are the fundamental quantities. Now, let me walk you through the derived quantities.